From Buffalo, New York, welcome to Prime Time, the Simulation Football League in week number 10 with a dynamic matchup between the 8-1 Atlanta Swarm and the 7-2 Queen City Corsairs. Alongside Ryan Caudill on stats, Charles Doherty, my analyst, I'm Cameron Irvine. Charles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Cam. How are you?
I am doing awesome. This is a dynamic matchup between two of the best three teams in the league, battling for playoff supremacy. Queen City can clinch a playoff berth tonight. Atlanta clinched it last week. Charles, your final thoughts heading into kickoff of this one, your keys to the game, all that good stuff.
Well, tonight's got the makings for an epic game. Atlanta's coming into Conpro Field at the top of the league standings at 8-1. They're facing a 7-2 Queen City team. Both teams are in the top 5 on both defense side and offense side. Atlanta's 3-1 on the road. Queen City's 3-1 at home. Both teams are so evenly matched. I don't know who to put my Plinko chips on. All I know is this is going to be a fight to the last second. I can't wait to get this game started.
Kickoff is next. Atlanta will kick to start the ball game. We're all set from Conpro Field. The ball's on the tee and the hands in the air. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Kick it. We're underway. Queen City on the return up to the 24-yard line, and that is where we'll meet A.J. Caswell and the Queen City Corsair offense. Atlanta in their bright blue helmets tonight with the white jerseys, gray pants, blue numbers, black trim, and bright green accessories. Queen City in the all black with the bright green stripes on the socks and shoes, the solid white numbers. And the first handoff goes to Jet Zero, and Zero picks up 3 yards, and let's meet the rest of the Queen City offensive impact players. Caswell in his 7th season. Jet Zero, the fullback. Out wide, Chris Curtis, they call him the logo, number 84. In the league's number 1 receivers, Stephen Hacker, number 88. Tight end, number 48, James Matthew Jr. Don't forget about the big hog mollies on the line. Freddie Tubbs Jr. and Griffin King to watch out for, along with kicker James Peanuts Troll. The handoff again goes to Zero, and we'll get to the Atlanta Swarm defense. In his 9th season, Aquantis Shine started his career in Queen City. That's the team that drafted him. On the line, Tim Cleland and Joshua Williams, 55 and 99 respectively. Linebacker number 40, Dylan Rowland, along with corners Jack Napier and Blake Hamrick. The safeties, Moose Papineau, Jay Miraculous, and Aaron Lee. It's a quick 3rd down and 7 for Queen City. And the pass goes to the outside, caught by James Matthew Jr. for the first down. Tackle at the end of the play made by Jay Miraculous.
Yeah, I was a little surprised so far. We've seen a lot of run out of Queen City. I know they love to pass a lot, but, you know, when they needed a first down, who you throw it to? James Matthew. 6'7", 265, big target out there. He catches pretty much anything that's thrown to him.
Jet Zero was suspiciously left out of the game plan last week for the Corsairs, but they still got the victory. They saw a lot of this last week. A.J. Caswell on the quarterback keeper picks up 4, and it'll bring up 2nd and 6.
I think, Cam, last week, A.J. Caswell was the leading rusher for Queen City.
He was. Had them all.
I had to do like a triple take on that one.
Yeah, that was an odd box score for sure. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers to the short side right, top of the screen. 7 in the box for Atlanta. They back off, rush 4. That pass knocked away, and it could have been taken all the way back the other way if he would have gotten a second hand on it. Fox Highwind, the linebacker, getting a paw out there. 3rd and 6.
Yeah, Fox Highwind comes in week 2, and he's made an impact as soon as he stepped on the field. Not a lot of huge numbers, statistically speaking, but he's always there in the play trying to get his mitts on the ball.
3rd down and 6 at the 38-yard line. Queen City converted their first 3rd down of the night, already the 6th play of the drive. Split backs for Caswell, going to take off and run on 3rd and 6, and no, sir, not going anywhere. maybe a gain of 1. Aquantis Shine, the former Corsair, makes the stop, and Atlanta's defense gets off the field on the first possession.
Quantas Shine is coming off a huge game last week. He had 11 tackles. He's definitely one of the leaders on that defense, and they count on him to make stops just like he did.
Ricky Matthews will come on to punt for the first time tonight. Dave Axis, the return man for Atlanta, gets it up to the 27-yard line. And a chance to look at Marcus Dunhill, Charles. This guy's having his best season of his career. He's first in the SFL in QB rating, 102.1 with 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, definitely his best. He's on pace for his best season. Like you said, he's been known to throw a lot of interceptions in previous seasons, but right now he's been playing like a cagey veteran, and every defensive coordinator is just staying up at night trying to defend against him.
Hollywood is to the right of Dunhill as he starts in the shotgun. Dunhill to pass, going long on the first play, and it's caught by Siege Falco up to the 43-yard line. Siege and destroy, as they say in Atlanta, for the first down.
Yeah, let's see how they use BDG Hollywood in tonight's game. I think he's going to be the crucial player on offense. I mean, you don't want to put all the pressure on Dunhill to use his arm to get a win here. I think you need to let Hollywood put some pressure off there and open up some lanes there with them, expecting maybe a run or two.
3 minutes into the ball game, the fourth game of a quadruple header here on 11 Sports and for the fans, and dating back to week 9. We'll get to that in a moment. Queen City comes on a blitz. Dunhill gets rid of it. Over Afalabi, broken tackle. Williams, and he gets a first down to the Queen City 39-yard line. Check that, Jamal Wooding.
Well, what a great pass by Dunhill. He hit him right in stride, got it right into his mitts. And the one thing about Jamal Wooding as a tight end, I mean, I had to do a double take on this. He's number 4 in the league in yards per reception. When he catches the ball, he makes you pay for it.
For a tight end, that's pretty unbelievable. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Queen City. Atlanta's off to a hot start. Hand off Hollywood for the first time tonight. BDG is wrapped up for no gain. And let's meet the rest of that Atlanta Swarm offense, and it is a dynamic unit. Dunhill in his 4th season with BDG Hollywood in the backfield, along with fullback Mitchell O'Brien. Receivers on the outside, Siege Falco, Boo Chisholm, and Dave Axis. The tight end, Jamal Wooding, and the kicker, Shane Short, was the last pick of the rookie draft this offseason. Dunhill on a 2nd down attempt, floats it into traffic, and Afalabi this time gets his mitts on it. Pass intended for O'Brien.
Yeah, for a game like tonight with 2 even teams, all the playoff implications on the line, you got to get that ball in your mitts, and you got to get the ball back into your offensive hands. I mean, I think the team that's going to win is going to capitalize on opportunities like that.
3rd down and 10 at the 40. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers for Dunhill, and a dime look for Queen City's defense. Dunhill drops back to pass. Pressure in his face, and he nearly throws an interception. Pass knocked away by Albert Begin, who was just signed last week, and both teams stall out on their opening possession.
Yeah, good stand there by the Queen City defense. A lot of passes we saw from Atlanta. Again, BDG is a nightmare out there. I'd like to see him maybe get a couple more touches.
Punter is Chris Smith, and both teams have used their punters early. Atlanta can try to pin the Corsairs deep in their own territory here in their beautiful home stadium. This punt is going to bounce at the 2 and not be saved from going out past the 20-yard line. Well, low-scoring game to start, and we expect a low-scoring game throughout the night. 2 top 5 scoring defenses in the SFL, and the last time they met was pretty low-scoring then, too. Queen City's got the Swarm's number. They've won 7 of 8 games in the series. They won 20-7, and they held every Atlanta skill player under 100 yards in their last meeting.
Yeah, Cam, I got a feeling that this first half's going to be a sparring match, but then in the second half, whoever's going to win is probably going to take control.
Jet Zero gets slammed down at the line of scrimmage. That's Shine again, who seems personally responsible for Zero's production tonight.
Yeah, that's what you expect from the leader. He's the first face in the hole there making the stop.
6:33 to go in the first quarter. No score. Atlanta 8-1, Queen City 7-2, and 1st and 3rd in the SFL standings respectively. Zero takes another carry. The fullback, very talented, picks up 6 on the play. Aaron Lee wraps them up, a 3rd and 3 incoming.
Yeah, it's interesting. You've got like night and day offense here. Atlanta's doing a lot of passing. Queen City, we're seeing a lot of runs, and on the Queen City side, you've got two of the best wide receivers on your in your huddle. I'm not sure why you're not passing to Curtis or Hacker.
Yeah, suspiciously quiet so far tonight. 3rd and 3. They hand it off to Zero one more time, and Shine says, I don't think so. Another 4th down and a punt coming for Queen City. And that lack of Hacker and Curtis in the passing game so far, a little surprising, Charles.
Yeah, definitely eye-opening, and the Atlanta defense is definitely shining. They've kept this powerful Queen City offense for getting any first downs.
Halfway through the first quarter, been all defense so far. These two teams, like a prize fight, feeling each other out in this ever-important game. Axis from the 32-yard line gets out to the 35. That'll bring us to our first commercial break. Atlanta's got the ball in their second possession when we come back. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. .5:21 to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Atlanta off the Queen City punt at the 35-yard line. Wooding is tight on the line, left of Dunhill. Hollywood in the shotgun right. Falco in the slot. Chisholm top of the screen. There's a flag on the play. Bottom rather. That's Falco running another corner route. And Siege Falco's got a 1st down. Believe that's offside. It'll be declined.
That was an outstanding pass by Dunhill. He threw it over Falco's shoulder to where only Falco could bring it in.
Number 93, defense.
That was a quick offside, and it's called on John Setzer, the defensive tackle inside.
Yeah, you're right. That was very quick. But Dunhill so far, he seems like he's starting to get into a little groove there.
Falco has been the primary target. Got a couple of grabs for 38 yards. Dunhill's off to a 3-for-5 start. Thanks to Ryan Caudill for the stats. Trips to the left. Hollywood breaks the tackle. BDG Hollywood, the stop and go from some other planet. Touchdown Atlanta.
Wow.
And they have the first points of the game.
Unbelievable. I mean, he is just, my jaw hit the floor. I thought he was dead to rights after hitting that line there. Got stood up, and he just did a little spin and took it to the house. I mean, clearly showing why he's one of the top running backs in the league. It's 10th touchdown as well for the season.
BDG Hollywood with an amazing run and clearly the best play of the game. The only really major offensive play so far in an early defensive chess match, and with Charles with points at a premium, you never know if that's the last ones we see tonight.
It's almost like they were lulling him to sleep, the Queen City defense, and they just caught him by surprise, handed off to BDG, and he housed it.
Extra point for the Swarm is good, so Atlanta goes up 7-0 over Queen City, and the Corsairs have to be feeling just a bit shocked. As mentioned earlier tonight, the Corsairs have had Atlanta's number more than any other team in the league.
Yeah, it seems like Atlanta, though, it seems like they got a purpose this season. They're playing very crisply, and they're fighting very hard for the prize.
They got to be feeling an opportunity with how games have developed so far this week, as Queen City gets the return past the 20 to the 25-yard line. Their returner is number 82, Luther Gond, picked up in week 6. All right, I would expect to see Caswell start to open things up a bit.
Yeah, he needs to. Again, you've got two thoroughbreds there in the stable. Why not let them run?
Zackley14 in the chat saying, I love how much the announcers get into this as well. I love this. We love you. Twitch.tv/FTF next to get involved in the conversation. Caswell going long. It's caught, and there's Hacker. The league's #1 receiver has a first down to the 44-yard line.
Oh, my God. Plenty of time in the pocket for A.J. Caswell, and he just threw a outstanding pass over 25 there, Blake Hamrick, right into the arms of the wide receiver.
4.5 to go, and for the first time, Caswell really opens it up. A 31-yard throw and catch to Hacker. Handoff 0-0. And Atlanta, rather, has prepared and is ready for that tonight. Dylan Rowland and Joshua Williams combined for the stop. There's the updated running back numbers after the Hollywood touchdown.
Yeah, I got a feeling that Atlanta's probably going to be ready for that all night up the middle. I mean, I haven't seen anything off tackle at all. Maybe they might want to try that, or maybe a swing pass.
Split backs here. Hacker top of the screen. That pass wide open to James Matthew Jr. over the middle, and somebody has got to account for the big fella. And, you know, Matthew Jr. last season, Charles, he was unbelievable. A little bit down this year with the addition of 0, but he is a threat.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about him, as I stated at the top of the game, is he catches everything thrown to him. I mean, you know, it's like, you know, call me, I'm going to get the job done. He wasn't called a lot this season, but every time he has, he's done what he needs to do.
Jet 0 picks up 1, rolling on the tackle. You know, 0 must have gone into the locker room after the game last week and said, hey, come on. Don't forget what got you here, because that's already his 8th carry.
15 yards, come on, man.
Yeah, how can you let Caswell end my streak in the rushing leaderboard category for our squad? 2nd and 9 at the 32, trips left. Caswell 3-step drop, fires outside, wide open. Hacker turns the corner. Hacker makes a spin move, gets to the 22-yard line for a first down, a pickup of 10, and Hacker does it again.
I don't know. I mean, that was a great catch by Hacker, great first down, but he may get some lawsuit action from BDG on that spin move he tried to do.
Hacker is chasing history tonight. We'll be tracking that throughout the night. Hand off to 0 again. Picks up just 1. By the way, that number for Hacker's 85 yards, and we'll tell you why when it happens. Rowland, another stop.
Yeah, again, I don't think there's any opportunity up that middle. I mean, they're trying their best. Maybe they're trying to catch him off guard, but there's no gain whatsoever going up the middle.
2:10 to go in the first. 2nd down and 9 of the 21. 2 receivers to the left of Caswell, along with the running back to his left. Caswell's pass is caught. That's Matthew Jr.'s 3rd reception of the night. Brings up 3rd and 3 at the 15. That's already the 4th 3rd down Queen City's faced in the quarter.
Yeah, like I said, man, his hands are like magnets, man. He doesn't drop anything thrown to him.
You got a magnet sound effect for the fans at home? There you go. I can always count on Charles with the sound effects. 3rd and 3 at the 15-yard line. Unafraid is Charles Doherty. Caswell's pass is caught.
Nice.
And nearing the end zone down to the 1-yard line. A first down for Morris Jackson, the 2nd tight end on the depth chart, and Caswell's off to a 6 for 7, 81-yard start.
Wow. I mean, if you're on the defensive coordinator there, if Morris Jackson catches a pass like that, you got to be throwing the clipboard down. I mean, come on. I mean, what do you have to do? How many people out there do we need to cover?
Shine was in the area of both of them, and he basically, like, look, I have to choose Matthew here,
right.
But ending up making the catch is Jackson. Now 0, trying to pound it in from half a yard away, and he won't get in. Dylan Rowland owns the battle of the 40s so far in the first quarter.
Oh, no doubt. That tackle was just silly. I mean, it just showed the power. I mean, not a easy man to bring down, but he just burst through the line. Rowland did, and just brought him down the backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised if a 0 gets the ball 3 times here. If you can't score with the fullback 1 yard away, you may not deserve to win. 2nd and goal at the 1. There he goes again. 0 in. Touchdown, Queen City. And the electric green strikes back.
Well, the offensive line did what they needed to do. I mean, they got a hole just big enough for 0 to glide in there and get the touchdown. That was an impressive drive by Queen City.
0 in. Troll will come on to kick the extra point, and James Troll getting special permission from the SFL to wear the no-bar face mask. People wonder why that is. Well, his first ever field goal attempt of his career was in the snow. He slipped and fell. Now they call him Peanuts.
Wait a minute.
That's how he got his nickname.
You don't have to have a face bar?
Well, like I told you, it was a special consideration of request.
Oh, now you tell me,
He
Cam.
gets the
Thanks.
honor. Hey, we're tied at 7. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be back to Buffalo after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. A 10-play, 75-yard drive scores the touchdown for Queen City. We're tied at 7 with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter, and Atlanta gets the ball back trying to answer their touchdown. A brilliant BDG Hollywood scamper. Axis returning it from 5 yards deep out of the end zone, and will get it up to the 23-yard line. For those viewing for the first time, what are you watching? The Simulation Football League is the first controllerless esport, allowing you, the viewer, to participate in all the action on the field without a controller in your hands. Visit simulation.football for details on how to get started with a team and in the league. Minor league filling up, Charles. Over 100 minor league players set to hit the field next month already. 3 in the backfield, 8 in the box. Handoff Hollywood. There he goes. BDG tried to sidestep, and he might have gotten a little too cute there. Picked up 7.
You know, the BDG did the wrong sidestep on that one, and that, 99 out of 100 times he's going to go right on that and take it to the house. I mean, he's probably kicking himself back in the huddle.
6 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if Dunhill can get one more play off. Hollywood offset left. He'll get the handoff running left. That's how he scored the touchdown. Picks up a first down on a 6-yard gain to the 36-yard line off Alabi and King. Combined for the tackle. That's the end of the first quarter. Atlanta and Queen City knotted up at 7 and knotted up near the top of the standings. One game separates them. Queen City trying to get the ever so important tiebreaker. We'll be back to Compro Field in Buffalo after this. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Start of the second quarter here from Buffalo. Shout out to Nick Cuesta on Twitter, the offensive lineman coach at Valley State University. Says, want to fill the missing void of sports? Watch the SFL. Electricity, I tell you. That's it's a shout out from the actual football world, I suppose, as Hollywood loses 3 on the carry. And that tackle in the backfield made by David Tilley, picked up in week 3.
Yeah, BDG, I guess, wasn't expecting 290 pounds of all pure beef waiting for him there on the line, and he just brought him down.
2 receivers, 1 to either side. 7 in the box for Queen City. On a 2nd and long, Hollywood going nowhere. How did he get out of that one? A 9-yard pickup for Hollywood. Looked like he was going to be dropped for a 1-yard loss.
BDG is, everybody knows he's dangerous off tackle. But you know what a lot of people don't talk about is he's just as dangerous going up the middle. He got hit on the line, dead to rights, and was able to make a positive gain out of it.
3rd down and 4 at the 42-yard line. Dunhill's out of the shotgun. Dime look, back to pass. Dunhill fires middle, caught wide open, too easy. Dave Axis up to the 47-yard line. And by the way, if you're wondering, man, this game's pretty close. I've seen a lot of close games in the SFL recently. Well, your mind is not playing tricks on you. 23 games in a row in the SFL. The score has been decided by 15 points or less. These coaches know what they're doing all around the league late in the season. 1st and 10 at the Queen City 47 for Dunhill. Dropping to throw, fires, caught. That's a 5-yard pickup with forward progress. That is Boo Chisholm's first catch to the 42-yard line.
He's another dangerous wide receiver. I'm sure they're trying to lock him down too, but that was a good tackle. I know they had a decent gain on that one, but he had the when he first caught it, I thought he was taking that one to at least to a 1st down yardage.
Sicario looking into the backfield here. That's got 3 in the backfield now. Hollywood takes a stretch play, runs it out right, and King hits him from behind, nearly pushed him ahead of the 1st down line, but Hollywood's going to be marked 1 yard short at the 38, just outside of field goal range.
Yeah, decent blocking up front, but when BDG gets that ball outside, it's just like watching an artist paint on a canvas. It's crazy.
3rd down and 1, 8:35 to go in the first half. Tie game at 7 between 2 of the best teams in the league. Hollywood spins inside and got a few to the 35 for a 1st down. Nene Ferris on the tackle, and that actually brings us to the Queen City defense, which we have not gotten to touch on yet tonight. Avery King in his 8th season is our spotlight player. Jeff Duffy, David Tilley, Benjamin Garcia, part of a nasty defensive front. Najumu Afalabi, Nene Ferris, Nacho Sicario, and more on this defense, but Hollywood is broken free past the 10 and going to score. No defense to speak of on that play, and Hollywood gets the touchdown.
That run was a masterpiece. I mean, that's all you can say. He is so dangerous, and I don't know what to do to bring that guy down. I mean, he's dead to rights. He gains positive yards. Off tackle, he's just so dangerous. I'm speechless, Cam.
Nice block by Falco right at the end of that play. And I love it when the wide receivers get down and dirty in the trenches.
Definitely. And, you know, one of the quiet heroes on that Atlanta team is Mitchell O'Brien as well. When they put him in there as fullback, he's doing a pretty decent job blocking for BDG.
7:59 to go in the first half, and back and forth we go, and maybe we won't get a defensive battle as we anticipated. Both offenses have exploded here over the last 10 minutes as Shane Short kicks the extra point. Shout-outs. I'm F and Problem Nacho QCC, Swole 2011, Zachley 14, Shacker 3, Siege Falco, Tim C 55, Boo Chisholm, Wall Crawler, D-Day, Moose Pap, Camp Commandment, your favorite quarterback, and more, all in the Twitch chat. Hundreds right now in the Twitch chat talking it up, and you can get there, twitch.tv/FTF next, to join the conversation between players, coaches, owners, and fans. Gondon the return up to the 24-yard line, and Caswell will get it back. Well, coming into the night, BDG Hollywood was one behind Ray Bentley in all-time touchdowns. He's now surpassed Bentley with 89. Bentley had 87 coming into the day. He had one earlier. Hollywood now 3 away from tying Johnny English for second all-time, and Pete Bruschi, who's held that record for years, still sitting atop at 95. That's your history lesson for the day, as Caswell's pass is caught. Matthew Jr. takes a huge hit from Aaron Lee, but it doesn't matter.
Neither of the quarterbacks on the field are getting any pressure from the opposing defense. Caswell had plenty of time to let the play develop and just put it in where he needed to. That was an outstanding offensive play.
Nice pickup by Kason Casper, the tackle there against a late blitz from Dustin Zeck, who was signed in week 3. But nothing doing for the Swarm defensive front. 1st and 10 at the 41. Both offensive lines, as you were saying, Charles, have done an excellent job. James Matthew Jr. turns on a dime. Pick it up and put it in his pocket. 1st down to the Atlanta 44.
Yeah, he could be the secret weapon tonight for Queen City. Again, the guy catches everything thrown to him, but he also runs really great routes and often has at least a step or two on his defender.
Visit Sector6Apparel.com for all league and team apparel, including hoodies, t-shirts, team jerseys, and more. Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the SFL. Jet Zero jumps up and gets thrown down by Aquana Shine. And Shine says, I believe you can't fly for no gain.
Yeah, Aquana Shine is really leading the defense of Atlanta tonight. He was waiting for him and just brought him down. I mean, so far nothing's getting by Shine tonight.
Shine has 8 solo tackles in the first half. 2nd and 10 at the 44. Back to pass. Caswell fires it up the middle near a 1st down. They're actually going to give it to him. Stephen Hacker with the first. And by the way, if you're wondering how in the world Atlanta and Queen City, how do they end up with the exact same green? Well, as mentioned earlier tonight, Aquantis Shine was drafted by Queen City, and when he got his own team, he used that green as an accent color to honor his time in his former team in Buffalo. 1st and 10 at the 34. Caswell going long. The pass is tipped up in the air and should have been intercepted. And a missed opportunity there for the Swarm defense. That was Blake Hamrick who should have had it.
Yeah, that's the type of play that could come back and haunt them, saying, we needed to bring that one in. Both of these teams have been slugging it out this half, and in order to take that step ahead, you got to take something like that and capitalize.
6:10 to go in the first half. Off the incompletion, Caswell 9 for 11, 121 yards and a touchdown. Matthew Jr. has 56 yards, Hacker 51. Curtis awfully quiet so far tonight and right on cue. He picks up his first reception for 5 yards. 3rd down and 5, only his 2nd target.
Yeah, this is a big stop for the Atlanta defense. That I guess a field goal is okay, but they definitely got to keep them from getting a 1st down and getting closer into that goal line area.
6:02 to go. Of course, Shine won a championship in Queen City in Season 8 before getting his own squad. Still looking for his first title as the team owner. That pass is caught by Matthew Jr. for the 1st down. And for that matter, the 4-time champion Corsairs also waiting for their next title. It's been since Season 8 since they've gotten back there.
Yeah, it looks like both the receivers, Hacker and Curtis, are getting locked down by that Atlanta secondary, but Matthew's getting wide open. I mean, so far they don't have an answer for him.
1st down and 10 at the 23 of Atlanta. Both offenses are moving steadily. Caswell, 5-step drop, fires it short. Pass is complete to Gond for 7 yards. And after a ton of runs to Jet Zero early, Charles, I think Queen City has recognized they're going to have to open it up to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been a little bit of a chess match on Queen City's part, but A.J. Caswell has been lights out on 85% completion percentage. That's incredible.
Zero is slammed down by Aquantis Shine, who came in unblocked for a loss of 1. Will bring up a 3rd and 3.
10 tackles so far in the first half for Aquana Shine. Now that's just 11. Excuse me. That's just silly.
He has nearly half of the Swarm tackles in the first half all by himself. Third down at the 16 for Caswell. He'll drop to throw. Caswell jumps it short, and the running back cannot get the first down. Rowland gives him a shoulder charge, his 5th tackle, and Travis Dulworth is dull on that third down reception.
Oh, my gosh. Did you see how fast Dylan Rowland ran in there and just brought him down? Oh, that was just incredible closing speed.
Yeah, will Queen City actually go for this? They got the heavy look, which they've run to zero often tonight, 4th down and 1. I'm not so sure they should go for this with Shine and Rowland sneaking up to the line. And, yeah, there you go. I didn't think for a second that Queen City was going to snap it, given the Atlanta's defense against their inside run game tonight. And Atlanta didn't think so either.
Yeah, bring out peanuts.
Troll will attempt his first field goal of the night with 3:55 to play in the first half. Follow the SFL on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and more, all at Simulation FL. Make sure to catch more content like The Kramer Show, game highlights, and more by subscribing to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a moment of the action when we're not on television. A 30-yard field goal for Troll to make it a 4-point game, and his field goal is good, and the Corsairs cut the deficit to 4. Anybody's ball game in a critical Week 10 primetime matchup. We'll be back to Buffalo, New York after these messages. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. .352 to go in the first half. A back-and-forth ball game has the league's top team, the Atlanta Swarm, up by 4, 14-10. The Swarm, the only team with less than 2 losses here with 2.5 weeks to go. Axis on the return, and, you know, Troll has been booting that ball in the end zone no matter which way he's been kicking. There's a crosswind tonight of about 6 miles an hour. Shouldn't do too much to the game. Supposed to get some snow here in Buffalo later on tonight, but 42 degrees right now, feels like 35.
Wow, snow tonight. Okay, I missed that, but hopefully we can get out of here before the snow hits.
Yeah, I think it's a slow-moving front. You're not going to see any of it tonight, although I'm sure Corsairs would have loved that. 1st and 10 of the 19, and off to Hollywood, and immediately Hollywood's lanes closed. That's the best we've seen Queen City's defensive front work tonight, as Hollywood's got 105 yards on 10 carries.
I mean, yeah, it was a 1-yard gain, but he kept that. BDG Hollywood kept that from being a loss, just taking that one quick step to the outside.
Shotgun for Dunhill. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. Ball on the right hash. From the 19-yard line, need the 29 for a first down. Dunhill pump fake, hit by Duffy. Pass is caught. Oh, the toes stay in from Siege Falco. What a beautiful ball from Dunhill under duress.
That was an incredible play by Dunhill. No pass rush at all. Well, he had a little bit there at the last second, but was able to get that ball out on a rope on the sideline there to Siege Falco.
My mistake. David Tilley applying the pressure. Jeff Duffy leads the league in sacks. In his 5th season, he's been pretty quiet so far. 3 minutes left in the first half. Back to pass, Dunhill. Fires it out, Hollywood. Has a lot of room. Past midfield. Hollywood breaks a tackle, but is forced out of bounds. And Hollywood's got a first down in Queen City territory.
Yeah, good way to mix up plays by the Atlanta offense. Keep the Queen City defense on their toes. I mean, anytime you see BDG Hollywood get the ball with that much open field, you got to get a little nervous if you're on the Queen City side.
Stenzo Woods Jr. in his 3rd season saved a bigger gain by getting a body on Hollywood and shoving him out of bounds. 2:50 to go in the first half. Chisholm trots out to the top of the screen. Nickel look for the Corsair defense. 2 receivers short side left with Hollywood on that side for Dunhill. Hand off to Hollywood. Hollywood tried to sidestep Ferris, and Ferris comes in to make the tackle after just a 3-yard gain, and Hollywood helped up by his offensive lineman, C. Fats.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta is there. I think right now they're in a pretty decent position. They're on the right side of the 50. Plenty of time on the clock. They've got all the playbook open.
2nd and 7 at the 41. Dunhill outside Hollywood. Look at the space for BDG. And Hollywood gets the first down to the 32 off a lobby. Cleans up the mess.
Yeah, great effort by BDG to plow past the chains and get that first down. It took two defenders to bring him down. There's no way he's going down with just one tackler.
See if they wind the clock and take us to the 2-minute warning or not. They will. We'll see if Atlanta get the play off. I'm not sure. They're in too big of a hurry right now, up 4. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. Atlanta 14, Queen City 10. We're back for more simulation football action with the hundreds of people participating live from their own homes after this. Two minutes to go here from Compro Field. Queen City down 4, in need of a defensive stop. Don't want to go down by 2 scores just before the half. 3 in the backfield, 8 in the box. Hand off Hollywood on a stretch. He's in some trouble. Hollywood cannot break out of the tackle. Excellent job at the end of that play by the outside linebacker after a Corsair defender whiffed.
Yeah, Atlanta's sitting in the driver's seat here. They're well within range for Shane Short. His longest of the season's been 47, so well within it here. They've got so many options here, and Queen City's really got to lock them down.
Dunhill's pass caught by Chisholm. Past the 20 to the 16-yard line, and Woods Jr. makes the tackle, but Atlanta's in the red zone. The clock is ticking.
Yeah, so far Queen City hasn't had much of an answer to stop that Atlanta offense. They've got to find something here. They don't want to go into the half with more points on the board for Atlanta.
Handoff. Hollywood is smashed for a 4-yard loss. What a play in the backfield by Jeff Duffy. Putting in work. He'll run to his side again. Hollywood this time gets away, sidesteps a defender. Ferris can't bring him down. And then Hollywood, actually Stenzo Woods Jr. takes his head off. First and goal from the 6, 40 seconds left. The official can't find his way, falls over, and Jeff Duffy makes the play. Get out of the way. Timeout Atlanta. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was crazy, but that was a huge tackle by Jeff Duffy. They had a mismatch on as far as personnel on the field, but he just went above and beyond and brought down BDG by himself, and that's a hard thing to do.
2nd and goal of the 5. These two teams, two of the best defenses in the league. Queen City gives up less than 16 points a game. Atlanta trying to beat that average here in the first half. Hollywood spins away, and it's amazing how long it takes for BDG Hollywood just to get a yard. He stays up so long.
Yeah, he does. He finds any opportunity to get away from a defender and keeps the play alive as long as he possibly can. But great team tackling by Queen City.
Crowd on their feet. One of the loudest crowds we've heard all season. Queen City could force a 3-way tie at the top of the standings with a win. Atlanta could further separate themselves from the W. 3rd and goal for Dunhill. Dunhill's pass floats out to Hollywood, race for the pylon, and he did not get there.
No way.
Knee down just before the goal line, and because Atlanta burns their last timeout, well, it'd be a booth review anyway, but it'll give Queen City time before the end of the first half. What a tackle.
What a tackle, but I think they got to take a look at that one. It looks like he crossed the plane.
No review, and at first glance, Charles and I disagree. I thought that those knees went down. Corsairs certainly a race to the goal line here, and how was that made? The kicker got slammed.
Wow.
And no call, or maybe that the holder that just got annihilated back there. And I have no idea, Charles, how Short even kicked that ball as the holder. Golly, you got to put that in a police report.
Definitely, the defender broke through, stood next to the holder, and it was like, okay, what do I do now? I mean, knock somebody on their, you know what?
That was insane. Dawned on the return, only out of the 22, but that timeout by Atlanta gives Queen City 16 seconds to work with here in this half. And don't forget that coverage tomorrow starts at 7:30 Eastern on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Another doubleheader pair of games tomorrow night on 11 and FTF, and it all kicks off with Baltimore and Tulsa. Huge game between two teams right now in the top 10. Free play for Caswell, taking full advantage, but the pass is tipped and incomplete, and then a late hit there, not called, and boy, it's gotten very chippy out there between these two rivals late in the second quarter.
Wait, here we go.
Flags on Tim Cleland, the second-round pick in the draft this year.
Well, I think Queen City's one of the few teams in the league that could put points in the board with this many seconds left on.
I'm with you. And you got Hacker,
Yep.
his number one target. Matthew Jr., man, 6 for 63 on 6 targets in the first half.
Don't know if they're going to do it out of this formation, but we'll see.
I don't think so. They might be just trying to set up a Hail Mary. They do have 2 timeouts. 0. Not going to get the first down. And that, let's see if they set up for one more play here. They will. 1 second left, or 1 timeout left, excuse me, with 3 seconds left. And I'm not sure Queen City is in Caswell's range here.
Yeah, no, this is going to be tough. I mean, definitely tough. It's going to take a lot of time to build up for that pass, to get the routes going, and it's going to be a perfect opportunity for the likes of Swale to go in there and bring him down.
You see at the bottom of your screen, DR Sim, for Houston caught his 88th career touchdown Saturday night. That tied the record. You can catch him out on 11 and FTF next week against London to try to break that record that's been in place for 4 years, as Jet Zero gets another handoff, and Queen City, the play took 1 second, calls another timeout. Both teams have exhausted them in the first half.
Well, you know, you call a timeout, and then you come back out and run it up the middle. Okay. That's one way to do it.
I think somebody's got an over/under on length of game on that Queen City offense. That's they're trying to hit the over.
Yeah.
Now Shine says no problem. I'll keep tackling.
I mean, it's their timeouts. They get to use them as much as they want, right?
Yeah, that's true. Who are we to tell them? They might run 0 again here. Might be just trying to break one. Gets the first down. That ends the half. So psychological warfare going on at the end of that first half, as Jet Zero trying to prove a point to the linebackers of Atlanta. We have hit halftime, and the Swarm leads 17-10. Your first half thoughts, Charles Doherty?
Well, I mean, this is a slugfest, definitely a slugfest. Both quarterbacks are having very solid games, no mistakes on either side. But as of now, I think the 2 players that are standing out for me, you've got BDG Hollywood on the offensive side, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then the tackling of Aquana Shine with 10 tackles in the game in the first half. It's just, I want to see what the record is for a game.
The record for solo tackles, I believe, is 18. So he's on pace to break that tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's just, it seems like any run up the middle, Aquana Shine is waiting, ready there to shut it down. I mean, the Queen City offense is playing very well, like I said before. But I think one thing they're doing is maybe trying to run it a little bit too much.
Matthew Jr. leads all receivers in the first half with 63 yards. Hollywood, a $124 and a touchdown in that first half. Now has 88, along with Ray Bentley.
Yeah, they got to find some way to stop him. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of commitment on that part, but is open up for the likes of Siege Falco and Wooding downfield.
Look at do you see in the trenches there with the offensive line and defensive line? I mean, it is an all-out war.
It is
out there, and this has been one of the more chippy games I have seen in the SFL this season, and I would expect that to continue here in the second half.
Yeah, even more so. Just strap in because this is going to be exciting.
Atlanta gets the ball to start the second half. Brian Caudell on stats, Charles Doherty on analysis. I'm your play-by-play commentator, SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine. Happy to be with you here in prime time on a Sunday night. Axis 5 yards deep will take a knee, and the chain gang is out to lunch. First down at the 20 for Dunhill.
Yeah, they've got their work doing so well on both sides of the ball, passing and running. I mean, it's the sky's the limit for them as far as options.
Badaj 127 hoorah with the compliment in the Twitch chat. We appreciate that. Twitch.tv/FTF next. To join the conversation, get a shout out on TV. Hollywood breaks 2 tackles. Hollywood is pushed out of bounds at the Atlanta 48-yard line. It's the only way to contain him. The white chalk. First down.
Yeah, the sideline's the only thing to stop him. He just brushed off 2 defenders there. It looked like he was going to take it to the house, but he put a foot on the paint on the sideline and was able to stop the play.
Hollywood now up to 164 yards on 16 carries, averaging 10 yards a pop.
Crazy.
Keeping the chain movers vigilant. Formation.
It's crazy against Queen City because they're such a good defense.
The ball is caught. First down to the 31-yard line. We'll get to Queen City's defense more in a moment, but Chisholm makes another great grab down the field.
Yeah, so far tonight, everything, I guess, between Boo Chisholm and Siege Falco and Wooding, everything that's been thrown to them, they're catching. I mean, like their hands are like magnets, Cam.
First down at the 31-yard line, and Atlanta is making quick work of the Corsairs. Back to throw. Sidearm pass. It is almost picked off by Avery King, and that goes back to one of our storylines tonight, which is the passing defense of Queen City. They're number 1 this season and the best passing defense in the league in the last 4 years, giving up just 207 passing yards a game. Dunhill with 136 so far tonight.
Yeah, and that last pass by Dunhill looked like he did a Mayberry RFD little sidearm stone toss.
It was wonky trying to fit it in there, could not get it through. 2nd and 10. Hollywood only picks up 2. Nice combo stop by the 2 big linebackers, Afalabi and King. $155 to Hollywood's name.
Yeah, Queen City's got to stop him here and get the ball back. I mean, the momentum right now is on Atlanta's side. They gotta shut that down.
4 receivers. Look how close they are to one another there at the top of the screen. 3 of them at least. Dunhill back to throw. Dunhill looking long down the middle. King had a second opportunity at an interception.
Wow.
Avery King, come on, man.
Yeah, so what are they going to do? I mean, they're right on the edge of Shane Short's range. I mean, his longest is 47, and it looks like they're bringing him out.
Let's see. Yeah, going to be short. 47-yard field goal. Hoping he's not short. On the kick, it would put Atlanta up 20. or by 10, excuse me, 20-10. Field goal from 47 is plenty of distance, officially from 46, and the Swarm go up by 10.
Wow, that was a great kick, and Queen City, it's got to be. I mean, it was a small victory, but a victory nonetheless, keeping them out of the end zone. They've kept it within 10. They're handing it back to their offense, and their offense has got to do something, put something on the board here.
Avery King, by the way, 4 interceptions on his career. Does not have a defensive touchdown, 56 pass deflections, and coming into the night, 13 tackles away from being only the second player in SFL history with 1,000 tackles. He would join Eddie Gage of the Arizona Scorpions. Gahn returns up to the 22-yard line. Aquantis Shine is third all-time in the SFL with 958.
AJ Caswell's had a great, a good first half. Again, no mistakes. I think they're going to need to use him a little bit more often, get some passing going here, get that warmed up. Again, they've got 2 stellar wide receivers they haven't been using too much.
By the way, Shine holds that record for solo tackles with 21, and what a play inside by Shine, and he picks up number 11 right there.
There's only one thing you can do when that happens. I mean, ow. Get that man an aspirin.
The neck is extending and birds are flying around the head of Jet Zero. 2nd and 9, 9:03 to go in the third quarter. 2 in the backfield, 2 receivers. Curtis still very quiet for this offense. Straight back. Oh, a dangerous throw, and Dylan Rowland swats that away from Chris Curtis. And Rowland and Shine have been in the right place at the right time all night long.
Yeah, the Atlanta linebacking team has just been playing in the zone tonight. I mean, everywhere, every play, they're there, either batting down the ball, laying out the hit. It's just an incredible game.
Rowland keeping the knees bent and hiding behind some of those big guys up front. I'm not sure Caswell even saw him. 3rd and 9. Queen City is 3 for 7 on 3rd down tonight. 3 receivers. Caswell going long right away, and the pass is nearly intercepted. That play made by Jack Napier. He had Corsair's number from the start.
Yeah, he definitely did. Napier was dead to rights from the snap. There was no way that ball was gonna get complete.
So a punt now coming for Queen City, and this second half is not started the way they want. By the way, Chad Rowland, if you can believe this, Dylan Rowland, in all the time that he has played in the SFL, Dylan Rowland with just 3 interceptions to his name. Almost had a 4th that last possession. Axis gets it up to the 39-yard line, and with 8:45 to go in the third quarter, Queen City's defense has to step up. They're down to the Swarm by 10. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back here in the third quarter, 8:45 to go. Hashtag make an impact here in week 10. That's what Dunhill has done. Playing some great football on the road tonight for Atlanta. Out of the empty, fires short, going the wrong way. Jamal Wooding, get that guy a map.
Okay, that's one way to go. Maybe not the right way, but it's one way to go.
Wow. That's brutal.
Yeah. Let's just go to the next play.
No gain. Not that I needed to tell you. 8:18 to go in the third. 3 receivers for Dunhill. Nickel look. Dunhill going to throw again. Steps up the pocket. Hit as he threw. Passes caught by Falco. Siege and destroy for the first down.
Wow. Wow. I don't know if we're going to get a replay on this, but here we go. Well, they're not going to show the quarterback, but Dunhill was going down as he threw that ball and was able to make such an accurate pass. Unbelievable. I mean, Dunhill is just playing out of his mind tonight.
Stenzo Woods, probably the worst play he's made tonight. Has had a really nice night thus far. But Atlanta's in Queen City territory again to the 37-yard line. 3 in the backfield, handoff. Hollywood running left. BDG Hollywood is wrapped up in the open field by Woods Jr. And he makes up for that last play, only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that was a big tackle by Woods there. The defense needed that so they could kind of collect and dig their heels in a little bit.
Marcus Dunhill with the league's top quarterback rating. He does not have an interception tonight, and he is right at about his quarterback rating on the season, 103.7 right now. Ryan Caudle with the stats with our crew tonight. I formation blitz from Queen City, picked up, Dunhill deep, caught in double coverage by Falco.
Are you kidding me?
You, sir, are ridiculous.
Oh my God. What do you have to do to stop this Atlanta offense? I mean, there were 3 defenders around him. Siege Falco just went up and just brought it in. What a great pass. I mean, and they send the blitz into every facet of the offense worked perfect to a T on that play.
The referee got in the way of Nene Ferris, and Falco almost used him as a screen. 1st and goal at the 7. Queen City falling apart in the third quarter. Hollywood walks in for the touchdown.
Wow.
Corsairs in trouble.
Whew. That was, I mean, that drive was just unbelievable. They were firing on all cylinders, passing it left and right. I mean, just when they thought they were expecting a pass with one of the wide receivers, you drop it off to BDG, and he does what he does best and takes it into the house.
Queen City.
They have to get an answer, Cam.
Yeah, they need Stephen Hacker. He's only been targeted 4 times. Overall, Caswell's only thrown the ball 17 times tonight, 16 rushes, and I would imagine that will grow more lopsided as the half wears on, especially with the way that Atlanta is playing. That extra point is good, and the Swarm, now up 27-10, have 13 unanswered points. If you're new to the SFL, get your spot in the SFL Minor League, SFLM, today to hashtag claim your spot and begin your SFL career. Subscriptions are going fast, and the inaugural kickoff begins in April, exactly 1 month from tonight. First Pro subscribers get first priority on choosing their position, so don't delay your career another second. We can't wait for you to hashtag make an impact. Gond on the return, got a lot of space out there. And by the time he saw it, Charles, the gap started to close, but that left side was all open.
Yeah, I was just waiting for him to shift into the 5th gear. It looked like he was reaching for it, but wasn't able to put it in 5th in time, and he got brought down.
6:37 to go in the third quarter. Queen City at one time was down 14-10 after a troll field goal. It's been all Atlanta since then. 3 receivers, Caswell, 3-step drop, fires it outside, wide open, Dolworth. He's got some space. Oh, Dolworth gets crushed right in front of Mark Chisholm. And Jay Miraculous says, "You like that, Coach?"
Oh, yeah, that one's going to leave a mark. But not a bad play call there on first down. They got to get something. They got to build up some momentum, and that's a perfect way to do it, a 5-yard gain on first down.
6:10 to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 at the 34. 3 receivers short side right, top of the screen with a nickel look out of Atlanta's defense. Caswell deep drop back, fires it quickly, but the pass is all sorts of wobbly and slow to Hacker, incomplete.
Yeah, that did not look pretty from a throw standpoint. So yeah, let's forget that play and let's go on to 3rd and 5.
Boy, surprising timing issue there with Hacker, and Queen City cannot afford a 3-and-out here. Both teams have had the ball 40 plays halfway through the third quarter, but Queen City hasn't done as much with them. Caswell in trouble, avoids a sack. Caswell still up, fires. It's caught. No, they said he was out of bounds.
No.
You got to challenge that if you're Queen City.
Red
the logo
hanky, my friend.
makes the play.
Get it out. Get out the red hanky. That was inbounds.
How do you call that incomplete?
How do you, Cam? How do you stand on your feet after that? I mean, Caswell was
Where's
unbelievable.
the flag? Are you kidding
No way.
me? Oh, that is an injustice.
Wow.
And it wipes away a brilliant play by A.J. Caswell, and nothing going right for the Corsairs here in the third.
Yeah, that's a momentum killer, Cam.
Axis is rocked at the 29-yard line. And Eric Barkley is going to have a conversation with his assistants after missing that challenge flag. We'll be back. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Halfway through the third quarter, Queen City needs a momentum tip now. Dunhill and the Swarm looking like a championship ball club here with 2.5 weeks to go before the playoffs start on April 11th. Dunhill is sacked.
That's what you need.
Jeff Duffy, welcome.
Wow.
Good sir. 4 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, and now his first sack of the evening.
Oh my God, that was so needed. They had to do something on defense, be it a sack or a turnover, and that's his 19th sack of the season. It couldn't come at a better time. They got to dig in their heels. They got to make Atlanta hurt, get a turnover, bring him to the ground with a sack. They got to do something.
That forces a 2nd and long, and Dunhill not afraid. This offense in total not afraid of that down and distance. He's going to take it, wants it all, and way overthrows Falco for the first time tonight. Dunhill may be feeling a little bit of pressure to deliver there, 3rd and 18.
He could still be seeing little stars there after that last sack, too, trying to recover.
And Vancouver Legion in the chat making a good point. This could be Queen City's only shot at home field advantage. Big game for them, and Atlanta could pull ahead of that arms race after tonight. 3rd and 18, deep ball, caught by Falco!
Wow.
And Queen City is under siege. First down to the 44.
Oh, yeah, Siege Falco is having his way with the secondary at Queen City, and that is so deflating. They had Atlanta on the ropes for this particular possession, and Dunhill just answered by throwing that perfect pass to Falco.
Wow. 3rd and 18. And Queen City's defense can't get off the field. This is, again, the #1 pass defense in the league, and they have given up more than their average in 2.5 quarters. Dunhill to throw. Dunhill hit as he threw, and pressure right in his face from David Tilley, 2nd down.
Yeah, you know, they need more of that. I mean, I've been saying that from the start of the game. They got to get in Dunhill's face.
4:26 remaining. It's been all Atlanta here in the second half. Corsairs reeling here a bit. Dunhill to throw against a blitz. Dunhill passes incomplete.
Wow.
An awful lot. Actually, no, that's Woods Jr. once more saving a major play for Atlanta. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, a rare drop by the Atlanta wide receiver team, Wooding in particular on this play. But the Queen City's got to dig their heels in and get that ball back to Caswell.
This is the best I have seen Woods Jr. play, and it's coming despite being down 17. Well, they couldn't get off the field on 3rd and 18. And they get off the field on 3rd and 10. Atlanta 3 for 6 on 3rd downs tonight. On this, their 7th drive. 4:22 to go in the third. Dime look and press coverage at the line for Queen City. They try to jam the receivers at the line. The pass is still caught by Falco. At the beginning of the play, Falco actually fell over, but he still makes the play on the back end.
Yeah, they tried to bump Falco on the line there, but he's a strong wide receiver, and he wasn't going to have any of that. Get his advantage on the defender, get that pass in.
This is a show by Atlanta. We did not impress. Falco has 164 yards on 7 receptions. Chisholm, first down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know what Queen City needs to do. Call a timeout, do something, but they have to do something to get that Atlanta offense from driving down the field like that.
Oh my goodness, the Corsairs, I mean, something to stop the bleeding here. Every pass by Dunhill, almost every pass, has been surgical. Handoff Hollywood. Don't forget about BDG, pickup of 6, and on a night where Hollywood has 174 yards on 19 carries, now 180 yards on 20 carries, seems like it's no big deal.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns. It's like between Falco and Hollywood, who's going to get the most yards?
Yeah, in an arms race.
Right.
2nd and 4 at the 11. Shotgun split backs. Falco in the slot. Dunhill into the end zone. Touchdown, Falco!
Oh. I mean, if somebody's going to get a touchdown on this drive, it's got to be Falco. He's the one that he stood up and led the team down the field. Some perfect passing by Dunhill, but clearly Falco has been the star on that last series.
Every person in this stadium is shocked. Who could have predicted this, especially after all of the close games that we have had in the SFL over the last few weeks? This one was the last one you would have ever expected to get out of hand. It's 20 unanswered points by Atlanta. There's still time left. Queen City is an explosive team, but the Swarm looking like the best team in the league right now. You're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. .256 to go in the third quarter. Atlanta has blown this game open. Queen City has to respond. Their defense, which is used to shutting down opponents, is getting gutted. Gone one-on-one, runs right into a buzz saw. Devin Lee makes the stop.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance for Queen City to get back in this, but they're going to have to score on every possession. A lot of pressure on Caswell to drive them down the field.
2:51 to go in the third quarter. Queen City has to start building some momentum here, something positive, just something little. Caswell steps up in the pocket, wildly throws that to Matthew Jr., who's lucky he didn't get his ribs broken.
Well, I mean, the offensive line isn't doing any favors for Caswell, but he is definitely adapting to whatever's been put in front of him. On that last series, he did that, avoided a couple sacks, was able to get a questionable pass out there. Some of us thought he caught it, and on that last one, he was able to get out of a collapsing pocket and get the ball out.
Atlanta has the longest home win streak in the league with 9, but they've also been good on the road, 3-1 on the road this season, as Zero gets the carry just to set Caswell up with a more manageable third down.
Yeah, I mean, you'll rarely hear a running back saying this, but I think they're going to have to scrap the running game at this point and maybe go all air.
Charles, say it ain't so.
Yeah. It hurts me.
3rd and 5, 2:22 to go. Trips right. Caswell to throw. Caswell flips it outside Matthew Jr. That route has been open all night. Gets a first down to the 42. And you can see, Atlanta said, look, we're not going to let Curtis beat us. We're not going to let Hacker beat us. We'll give Matthew those receptions.
Yeah, just drop back deep and don't let them get behind you, and be on the right side of the clock. I mean, they've got to score quickly, and this long drawn out drive isn't doing them any favors.
First down at the 42-yard line, coming up on the end of the 3rd quarter. You got to feel like if Queen City's going to come back, they got to score before the end of the quarter at least. Caswell looks long near side, caught by Hacker to the 42. Hamrick on the tackle.
Yeah, that was an all-pro pass, an all-pro catch as well. The pocket was starting to break down. Caswell stood in there and was able to get it off to Hacker, and it just shows you the type of hands Hacker has. I mean, he's only been targeted 5 times tonight, but it shows you his all-pro skills.
Hacker with his 4th reception. First down to the Atlanta 42-yard line. Caswell is audibling. First time we've seen that out of this formation. Gives it off to 0, and that audible didn't work. Roland stiffs him up front.
Yeah, not the most exciting play out of an audible, but again, need to keep moving here. The clock's ticking.
Hacker now 18 yards away from a major milestone. Only in his 3rd season. Kind of had a bit of a sophomore slump last season, but in his rookie season, he was the best receiver in the league too. 2nd and 9 at the 41. No 0 in the backfield. Caswell straight back. Fires a slant. Caught by Curtis. First down to the 29-yard line. Caswell now 18 of 24 for a $191.
Yeah, you'd almost think that they should go hurry up for the rest of the game. I mean, again, time is not on their side.
Yeah, you have to wonder. I mean, even though they only have 10 points, I don't necessarily distrust the offense. I think this Queen City offense can score points, but, I mean, Atlanta's offense has looked unstoppable. Play action. Caswell outside, incomplete, route run out of bounds. And it's just the little things tonight that have not gone Queen City's way in terms of officiating and mistimed routes. It's just been a little of everything for the Corsairs.
And Queen City hasn't been as crisp on offense as at Atlanta. And, we said at the top of the game, to win this game, you need to be near perfect. And Atlanta offense has been perfect.
Here's
Queen
another
City
one. Why is the clock running on an incomplete pass? That's unexplainable as well. Caswell's pass is incomplete. Hit, gone in the hands. That'll stop the clock on a 3rd and 10.
Well, as soon as they get a mismatch in there from personnel, they just need to take that hurry-up offense and run it as long as they can.
Queen City not losing this game because of the officiating, but it certainly hasn't helped them tonight. 3rd down and 10 here in the heavy set. And they're going to run it to 0, and he gets 1. And that bizarre way is how we're going to end the 3rd quarter. A field goal will at least make it a 3-touchdown even game. We'll see. Small victories. Simulation Football League rolls on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Continues next. Start of the fourth quarter here from Buffalo. Queen City on a 4th and 9 will kick the field goal here to eliminate their need for 2-point conversions down the stretch. 3-score game. So, I mean, we've seen crazier things, Charles. Just last week, we called the Denver-Seattle championship rematch, and that Seattle looked dead to rights. They were down 18, and they sunk the Nightwings' battleship, and that field goal was good.
Yeah, definitely, but took a half to work, you know. It took the whole, you know what I mean? It was, I don't know. This is a tough, this is a tough deficit to get out of.
Would certainly be one of the most, if not the most, remarkable comeback in league history. And your trivia question tonight: who is Atlanta's punter? Nobody from Atlanta answer in the chat, because he's only punted one time tonight. Atlanta scored 4 touchdowns, kicked 2 field goals, has no turnovers. And that is what Queen City's facing in the 4th.
He's enjoying the wings on the sideline.
5 yards deep, Axis in need of a spark, and he definitely didn't get it on that play. First down to the 21-yard line. Well, while both teams have not been even tonight, since season 11, they've been pretty even. These two franchises with the exact same record and nearly identical stats across the board, including the exact same amount of rushing yards per game. The only difference, Atlanta's committed more turnovers than Queen City. And the Corsairs, of course, with their 91 franchise wins, the most of any team or any franchise in SFL history. Hollywood takes the handoff, breaks a tackle, and makes 6 yards look easy.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's night and day with Atlanta from previous seasons, is the number of turnovers. I mean, they've found the answer, they've locked it in, and they're just, their efficiency is just off the charts.
10.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Queen City, they'd probably sacrifice a lamb or something at this point to get the momentum swung. 2nd and 4. Oh, Hollywood! Poor sheep. Lost 4 yards, 3rd and 8.
The SFL does not condone sacrificing animals.
That was a great air traffic control. I loved how you did that. That was amazing.
All the lambs got nervous there for a second.
3rd and 8 at the 24-yard line. 3-and-out opportunity here for Queen City's defense. Dunhill in trouble, and he gets sacked. A 9-yard loss in the backfield. Jeff Duffy and Benjamin Garcia, the 3rd-round pick in the draft, combine for the huge play in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know if who they gave the sack to, but excuse me, that may make Jeff Duffy's 20th sack of the season. But they did what they needed. That's the type of defensive play you got to do to stop this Atlanta offense.
9.5 left, and for only the 2nd time, if you guessed Chris Smith, which none of you did, you'd be right. That's the punter for Atlanta on only his 2nd punt of the evening. And Queen City's going to get great field position here, down 3 scores. The defense finally gives them the spark they needed from the 47-yard line. Nice room to run. A 7-yard return for Gond. And A.J. Caswell starts in Atlanta territory.
Here we go. We can start turning this game up a bit. They're in perfect position. They're on the right side of the 50. They just need to execute.
Fittingly, 9-11 on the clock. In need of points. In an emergency sort of way for Queen City. 2 in the backfield. This heavy look has been not working all night, and 0 gets nothing. You have to get out of this look.
Yep, got to scrap that one. That's not working at all. And as we said at the break, it doesn't look like they have any passing plays out of that formation either, because they may have been able to get some gain, doing a pass out of that.
And they're going to it again. And look at the box. I mean, 9 in the box for Atlanta. They're not messing around. 0 this time, gets 5 yards, surprisingly. He's only averaging 1.6 yards a carry, and from not being in the game plan all last week to being maybe a little bit too much in the game plan this week, Queen City has had a rough time getting 0 going as of late.
Yeah, the problem is the sand is running out of the hourglass for Queen City.
I agree. 3rd and 5, 3 receivers. Where is Hacker? Caswell on a slant. Caught!
There you go.
Oh, my! Stephen Hacker! Excuse
Let's
me,
go.
up to the Atlanta 20-yard line.
Let's hurry up to the line, fellas. Got to get going. That was a great pass, but they got to do a lot more of that.
I don't know how that pass got through there. Matthew Jr., nice job not getting in the way. He easily could have expected that pass be intended for him. And with that catch, Stephen Hacker eclipses 4,000 yards in 3 seasons for his career. 88 yards now on 5 receptions, 8 targets. Again, the heavy look to 0. He loses 2 yards. And let's focus on the positives here. Hacker is the 43rd player in SFL history with 4,000 receiving yards. He also eclipses 300 receptions on the night, 30 touchdowns in 3 seasons.
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, between Curtis and Hacker, I mean, they're one of the best receiving combinations in the league, and hats off to Atlanta for holding it.
Matthew Jr. gets the first down in an empty look, and all Queen City has to do is stop handing the ball off inside, and they might be okay.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every time they go to that play, it eats up a lot of time, but plays like this get them in the right position. They got to keep doing this, and again, they got to get in a hurry up. Time is not their friend.
300 receptions on the season, to clarify. 1st and 10, just outside the 10. Caswell fires, cut!
Oh,
Touchdown, Queen City! The logo gets in the end zone. It's a 2-score game.
Wow. Logo gets his 4th touchdown of the season. Had a great route there and an incredible pass out there on the side there. There's no way the defender was going to bring that down. They got some points on the board.
What a ball from Caswell.
Yeah, definitely.
That's his best throw of the night. 6:46 to go. It is never over in the SFL. Queen City's defense gets a 3-and-out, and they get a touchdown on the other end of the drive. The extra point is good. 34-20. 6:46 remaining. Don't go anywhere. You wouldn't want to miss it if things get wild. 6:46 to go in the 4th. We'll be back to Buffalo. For those interested in the unofficial lines of this ball game, we're 1 point away from the over, says the Jacks analytics team. 6:46 to go in the 4th. Queen City down 14. Still time, but in need of some more defense. Axis 1 yard deep in his end zone, out past the 10. Axis up to the 21-yard line. No lead is safe with you and I on the call this year, Charles.
No, definitely not. Well, last season as well. But they got to stop them here, and it's got to be a 3-and-out because, again, time's not their friend.
If you missed earlier action today, New Orleans kicks 5 field goals in a 22-13 win over Mexico City. Florida tops Charleston in the last minute, 28-21. And Arizona got a major victory on the road against St. Louis. Dunhill going to throw. Wide open seats Falco, and Marcus Dunhill says, I am not giving you any life. 193 yards for Siege.
Yeah, he's slowly catching up to BDG Hollywood in the yardage category. He's been targeted 9 times, caught 8, 21.8 yard per reception. He's just out of control.
They have not been able to account for him all night. Look at Atlanta. They are not messing around. Empty backfield, 4 wide. Dunhill going to throw. Dunhill deep, passes, caught again! Oh, man! Wooding goes up for it on a dime.
Wow. And deep wooding. I mean, oh my gosh! Like I said before, his yard per reception this season is just off the charts. He was able to get behind, sneak behind the defenders, and bring that in.
Dunhill over 300 against the league's #1 passing defense. Here comes Hollywood. Got a late block. Hollywood 20, 15, down to the 11-yard line.
What do you do, Cam? They throw deep pass. You can't beat them, and then they just hand it off to BDG, who's probably the best running back in the league this season. And you know, how do you stop them? Atlanta's just on fire.
Late block from Allen Chisholm to Springham. 5:20 to go, and now Queen City, you have to get a turnover now.
Yeah, you definitely do.
Sand, meat, bottom of glass. 1:10 to go at the 11. 3 in the backfield, gonna run. Hand off Hollywood. Oh man, a defender gets blown up. That was Ferris, who came over in run support, and it's a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, good. They didn't start off too pretty there. It looked like it was starting to break down there in the backfield, but they continued to execute and were able to give a little bit of a lane to BDG, and he just took advantage of it. Not the prettiest play, but saved the loss.
2nd and 7 out of the gun for Dunhill. 2 receivers. That's Falco, bottom of the screen. Dunhill going to throw. End zone. And overthrew Chisholm out of the slot. 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe he. I didn't really see what happened there in the backfield, but it looked like one of the defensive ends was starting to get some advantage on the tackle, and maybe Dunhill, heard some feet coming and had to get rid of that ball quick.
4.5 to go. See if they run or they trust Dunhill here. Why not? QBR a 117 tonight, 21-29. 3rd and 7 out of the nickel, Queen City. Now they're going to hand it off to Hollywood. That's the safe play.
Wow.
King tried to jar the ball loose, but now barring any sort of crazy snap issues, Atlanta going to go back up by 3 scores and ice this one.
Yeah, Avery King's been pretty quiet tonight, but not so much on that play. He just threw down BDG in the backfield.
25-yard field goal here for Shane Short. 4:06 left. Draining clock. The snap is good. Hold is good. No problems there. And the kick is easily through from 25 yards away. And Atlanta has got 37 on the board. 3:53 to go. The Corsairs would need a miracle.
Yeah, we're at miracle time here. And Atlanta has to completely blow the wheels off their car in order for, I think at this point, for Queen City to get the victory.
Well, this is the difference, I think, in this Atlanta team versus maybe other Atlanta teams in the past. I mean, down 14, they just went 3 and out. If you don't have the confidence, you easily sort of buckle under that pressure. Atlanta said, hey, we got no problems here. We're going to come out and sling it.
You know what confidence is, Cam? When you've got a lead like that and you're winging the ball down the field. That's confidence.
Yeah, the Swarm going to maintain their #1 spot. They're going to improve to 9-1, a full game ahead of Vancouver. Queen City drops to 7-3. For the moment, that would keep them in 3rd. Charleston's actually now 6-4. They've fallen to 6th, and they've lost 3 in a row. That pass is caught by Curtis, and here's the no huddle. Quickly, Caswell looking deep. Where has this been all night? Hacker with the 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown they're able to execute when they're in those passing plays, but again, too many of those fullback runs up the middle.
.332 to go in the 4th. Queen City, just in the 3rd quarter, I mean, got hit with a frying pan. If you take the 3rd quarter away, it's been a pretty even game. Caswell fires near side, caught. Curtis got out of bounds. That's a veteran effort. Miraculous on the tackle.
Yep, veteran move here. Got to keep pushing it up the field, though. And, I mean, even though that stopped the clock there, I'd still keep going, hurry up.
To keep up with how your player and team are doing this season, visit simulationfl.net for standings, leaderboards, and sortable team stats. The Ricky Big Board is there too, tracking the next superstars of the SFL.
Let's go. 2nd and 2 from 45
3:28
yards.
fourth quarter. Heavy look here. 2nd and 2. Disaster. Sometimes you look at one part of a game plan and now they're in no huddle. This is not good.
Wow.
0. Got away. First down. Oh, boy. This might bring Jet to his knees. 0. Churning for 2. And if this is Queen City's way of catching, getting back home early, they're doing a good job.
Well, the fullback run up the middle does not scare a lot of defensive coordinators in the two-minute drill.
3rd and 5. Nothing. What a mess. Oh, and that particular formation tonight for Queen City, for those of you watching at home, you know, they once teams watch a bunch of film, submit their game plans, that's it. That's all they got. And Queen City going to try to make this at least a 2-score game for a 53-yard field goal, and the Corsairs definitely would like to have that adjustment back for this week. Troll's 53-yarder is no good. He just missed it.
Wow.
And that would have made it at least within range for Queen City. But this second half, just not much has gone their way at all. Look at how short this was.
Yeah, that looks like that's Troll's third missed field goal of the season. He started out his first game, he missed a couple field goals, but since then, up until tonight, he was 23 for 23, but kind of broke the string there on that one kick.
3 in the backfield for Atlanta, now trying to salt this one away. Backups are in even. King makes the tackle. Backup quarterback is Rod Harris. Backup running back is Riley Freeman. That takes us to the 2-minute warning, and we'll talk about what's left on the SFL schedule when we come back. You're watching the Simulation Football League and 11 Sports and For the Fans. Back here in Week 10, Simulation Football League action. 2 minutes to go. This one winding down. Atlanta has the backups in, up 3 scores. Queen City going to fall to 7-3, but will remain in 3rd place. Atlanta goes to a full game ahead of Vancouver at 9-1. Queen City will burn some timeouts here. And still to come here in Week 10, tomorrow night, Tulsa and Baltimore. Mike Daggs, Matt Wilson on the call. That is followed by Chicago and Denver as the Night Wings on the ropes. Our very own Ryan Caudill will be on the call for that one. Finally, take the muzzle off of him, Charles. Andy Hamilton also on play-by-play. 3rd and 14 at the 39. Out of the gun. This is going to be a pass, and it's caught! Wow. Oh, the backup! Rod Harris! Give him the MVP!
Yep. I mean, well, that's been that pretty much, you know, is in a nutshell is the night for Queen City right there.
Wow. Rod Harris to Boo Chisholm for the dagger.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. A microcosm of the Corsairs evening.
Yeah, I was trying to find the word microcosm. Thanks, Cam.
Handoff outside. Face snapped off of Riley Freeman. No gain. No timeouts left for Queen City. Maybe Rod Harris will get a chance to throw it again.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what he does.
Newcomers into our community, welcome all of you to our Discord channel, simulation.football. To join our Discord channel to get on the field in the minor league. Rookie draft in June. Summer season starts in July. Plenty of season left, and actually Atlanta's just taking knees now. I think that's a travesty. I'd like to see Harris sling another one downfield.
Oh, Cam, come on, man.
Ah, come on. You got to get the backups some reps. What happens if Dunhill goes down in the playoffs? You want Harris ready.
All right. Okay.
I would be a terrible Little League coach.
Yeah, well, run it up, fellas. Kick them when they're down.
Rationalizing the aggressive mentality. Atlanta doing the sportsman thing.
Yeah, come on, Cam.
They'll punt the ball away.
Yeah. We don't do that in the SFL, Cam. Come on.
Now sit back and relax. Enjoy the flight. Punt coming for Chris Smith. Will be his third. Twice as famous in the second half as he was in the first. From the 13. Return up to the 17. 24 seconds left to save our streak, Charles, of 23 straight games that have been decided by 2 possessions.
Yeah, not so much tonight. But, hey, that punter did a heck of a kick back there.
Well, if Queen City scores, then that would stay true.
Yeah, 24
See,
seconds.
I can root for savagery in the last 30 seconds of a game for both squads.
And you can pivot on a dime, too.
Caswell to throw. Looks down the middle. That pass knocked away by Tony Watson. Getting a lot of look at the Atlanta depth chart here tonight.
Well, you know, as good as the Atlanta defense played, I don't think they got any sacks tonight.
Second and 10 from
No, I don't think they did.
Huh. Or interceptions, I believe.
Very surprising. Yeah, Caswell, no picks. Very offensive game, a lot more than we were expecting. Caswell takes off on a quarterback sneak with no timeouts and 20 seconds left.
Wow, a little Shabazz action.
I've seen it all. How selfish is that? 6 seconds to go. There he goes. Spin move.
You know,
Caswell showing off in the final seconds. That is just brilliant.
Jet and Caswell are going to have words in the tunnel.
I mean, literally trying to one-up Jet Zero late in the game.
I don't think he passed him, though.
Oh, man. Oh, Queen City ends up giving up 530 yards of offense to Atlanta at home. The Swarm next week host Carolina, trying to get their 10th win. By the way, franchise record for victories, now with 9. And for Queen City, the Corsairs on the road to face a desperate St. Louis Gladiator team. That'll be must-see television next week.
Wow. I mean, the cream rises to the crop to top, Cam, and Atlanta just shows you what they have. I mean, they played perfect on both sides of the ball, and Queen City got, they got a punch in the face tonight, but the good news is some teams use that to motivate them into the playoffs, and this is a perfect opportunity for them to learn what they did wrong in tonight's game and take that and knowledge into finishing up the season and having a strong playoff showing. The
Swarm play Las Vegas in Week 12 in Vegas, and I'd say that should be an easy W. Vegas sub 500, but Vegas is not only in the number 10 spot in the playoffs at 4-5 going into tomorrow, but they also are pretty good against top teams at home. They took out Vancouver earlier this season and will certainly be looking to do the same to Atlanta and shake up the standings in the final week of the season. Queen City hosts Arizona, who's surging all of a sudden. What a night. BDG Hollywood finishes with 198 yards. Siege Falco, who should be our player of the game, unless they give it to BDG, they do. BDG with 232 all-purpose yards. Falco finishes with 195 on 9 targets. For Ryan Caudell, Charles Doherty, I'm Cameron Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans. For all of our crew from headquarters in DFW and around the world, we say good night from Conpro Field in Buffalo. Thanks for joining us.